So prior to working here, I went to school for a vet assistant. It was a one-year condensed program. Learned all about animal care, vaccinations, the anatomy of all types of animals, and as well as I had a course on animal cruelty. So that helped me a lot through this job as well.
My background education for this job was I went to Niagara College for Police Foundations for 2 years. I then went into enforcement background into bylaw at a security site. And then I've also have background as being on a farm when I was growing up.
I did 1.5 years of the broadcasting, radio, TV, and film program at Niagara College. Left that and then went into lawn security administration. Graduated from that program. Worked a couple security jobs, and in 2009 I was hired by an animal shelter here in Niagara, and I've been an animal control officer and an SPCA agent for about the last 9 years.
Yeah, there's lots of dealing with a lot of different types of people, so you kind of gotta stay strong and focused. You're there for the animals, and really you're just, some people aren't very educated, so you're there to educate them first and enforce second.
As for what's difficult about this job, most of the time it comes down to wildlife. I enjoy what I do immensely, but we do have to deal with the difficult side of animals as well.
I've been bitten by a couple of dogs. I had one cat do quite a number on my wrist. Had one raccoon puncture my welding glove and bite my thumb. Word of advice, welding gloves will not protect you from an adult raccoon's teeth.
I got bitten by a skunk, scratched by a raccoon. I've gotten a couple bad cat bites, but no dogs yet.
You do deal with a lot of people head on, so it's not all about the lovey-dovey animals, cats and dogs here and there. You're dealing with a lot of people, so experience working in customer service or with a lot of people helps you a lot.
A lot of people are decent. They just, they violate the law because they don't understand it. Some people seem to violate the law just because they want to. To put it bluntly, some people are just, and they will just give you a hard time no matter what. They just don't like authority. A lot of times, though, most of the people we deal with, I would say, that I've dealt with over my career have been decent and fair people.
I could get a call anywhere from an injured or sick raccoon that needs to be picked up, or a dog running loose, or a stray cat confined somewhere we have to pick up. So it varies every day. There's always something different and you're always learning something new.
So benefits to this job, I love dealing with the public as well as the animals. One crazy call I received when I was starting out was an emu call. We got a call in regards to an emu running down the streets of Welland. So not only did I have to go and try to corner this emu with the police's help as well as the public did a very good job of giving us a hand.
My first raccoon call ever years ago was a raccoon who had tried to get through a wooden fence, got his leg caught, ripped the leg almost entirely off, and was basically just hanging by a flap of skin. So you do see some horrible things. A rabbit's nest that was buzzed over by a lawnmower can cause incredible amounts of damage, right? And this is stuff that you're going to encounter if you do this job. There's really no way around it. So I would say if that's something you can handle or something you think you can handle, by all means, it can be a very rewarding job. There's nothing quite like getting a blizzard cup off the head of a skunk, right? I mean, the blanket you use to hold him down stinks and you have to throw it out. But it's rewarding when you can relieve an animal from a situation it's in and allow it to go on its way without having to take it anywhere.
I would recommend thinking really hard in regards to what this job would mean to you. I find a lot of joy in helping the animals and seeing where it comes from. However, there's a lot of background to this job that not a lot of people understand. Dealing with barking complaints and the bylaw side, it can be very difficult. Speaking with individuals who can be very friendly one minute and very complicated the next.
Only been assaulted on the job once. Had someone grab me by my vest and push me down the front stairs of their house. Not push me down the stairs, but they were physically assaultive with me. They changed their tune once police arrived. So there is the potential for violence. Sometimes it's just the uniform alone that will set people off. They don't even know why you're there and they don't care. So I would tell anyone who's interested in this line of work that these are the realities. If you're not comfortable euthanizing an injured wild animal, then don't even apply, because that's something you're very likely going to be doing. When the rabies thing broke in Hamilton and Niagara, we saw a marked increase in the number of suspected distemper or neurological calls for raccoons in our area. So we would get calls, sometimes 3 a day, for sick raccoons exhibiting neurological symptoms. So they were disoriented, their eyes were caked in discharge, and they were just walking around in circles, completely oblivious to anything around them. There's nothing you can do for them. Rehab will not take them because the disease is so infectious to other raccoons. The only thing that we can do is euthanize them humanely, chemically. And you do that a few times a day for every day you're working, and it really starts to have an effect on you, right? It affects different people differently. If you're fortunate enough to have wildlife rehabilitators in your area, maintain a good relationship with them, because they will be your best friend. They're oftentimes the difference between euthanasia and being released back into the wild. So if you are fortunate enough to have wildlife rehabilitators, certified wildlife rehabilitators in your area, definitely utilize them. But understand that they are limited in their resources as well. So they may not be able to take everything that you give them. I would still recommend that someone do the job. As I said, it is very rewarding in a lot of aspects and incredibly frustrating in others. So I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's a hard job. And if you think you can handle it, give it a shot. You might like it, you might not, but at least you'll know. That's what I would suggest.